Hi, Ali from Ali's Inky Fingers here again. We're going to carry on with this bouquet, and today we're going to do the ivy. I'm going to show you how to make it, how to colour it and how to wire it together. First of all, we're going to start with some clay that I've coloured green. I've coloured it with distress inks. You can use pan pastels to colour it, but just take a bit longer, or you can use the distress ink. So I've just worked the colour in, and what I'm going to do is roll it into a little sausage, and we're using these cutters that we sell on our website. They come in 3 sizes, and you do need a variety of different sizes for your ivy. I'm going to do the medium one. So start off with a little sausage of clay, and as we did for the rose leaf, roll from the centre out and then from the centre towards yourself, leaving that little bit of a vein there. Just lift it up to make sure it's not stuck and cut with the vein down the centre. You could probably get 2 out of this, so we're going to take away the remainder, and you're left with 2 pieces there. You're going to take a wire, and we're just going to dip that into some glue. I'm using the Cosmic Shimmer glue, but you could use basically any that you wanted to. I'm going to insert that into the little vein that was left from us rolling it out, and I'm just going to leave that for a couple of seconds while I do the next one. The reason I'm doing that is because it gives the clay time to start going off, which means when we vein it, it's not as sticky. This is the veiner, which we also sell on our website. And basically what we're going to do is place the wire in the little groove down there. It's very simple, just place that down there, lift the top over and press down gently. That veins the front and the back, giving it a nice realistic look. I'm just going to nip that at the bottom, nip it at the top, and then leave that to dry. So that is how we do the leaves, and you would do it with all the different sizes and create quite a few. So the next bit is the colouring. As you know from the previous ones, I use the pan pastels. For the ivy, I'm using chromium oxide green shade. We're going to pick up some of the pastel, and these are still quite wet, so in fact this is the one I've just done, which is not really ideal. I'll leave it a little while to go off, but it does take the colour better if it's still quite wet. So I'll just nip that back. And that's basically all we're doing to colour them, and it just gives them a nice realistic look. The next thing you would do would be to wire them. As you know from the other videos, I cut my tape down the centre so that it's thinner. Just take some of the tape, and you need to do this on every one of your little leaves that's dry. Just place that around the wire, nip it together, and then twist. That wraps round, push it up to the top, and then continue taping till you've got enough on there, and that just makes them look more realistic as well. So when you've got all them done, you're ready to wire it together. I also like to do a little spiral. If you look at ivy, it's actually got little tendrils on. So to do that, all you're going to do is take some wire, get a paintbrush, and just wrap that around the paintbrush like that. And that gives you the little tendril like that. So we're going to start taping these together. So I've got a few here that's done, and you need a pair of tweezers. When you're doing your ivy, you start off with your wire like this. Put your tweezer on right at the base and just bend it back, move it down and bend it up, and it puts a little crook on there, which makes it easier and more realistic when you're wiring them together. So you would do that on all of your leaves. So this is the end one, and it's a tiny one. We're going to take the tendril, put that next to it, and start taping. So we're going to tape at the base of that, and just twist that on, and then we're going to take another one. In fact, we use smaller ones first. So again, bend and bend again. and we're going to bend this one to the side. So we're going to place that a little further down and wire that one on. You just twist it each time and you can, oops, come off. That's the one we've just done. Needs a little time to stick, so what we can do is bend that back and just place that back on. It will actually stick to that when it dries. So take your next one, crook it again, and then we're going to bend that one sideways, place that on the opposite side, and then tape again. So you keep doing this all the way along. I'll do a couple more just so you can see how it progresses. So we're going to take a little bit more tape, wire that, wrap that around the stem. There we go. That's a little bit small now for this stage. So we're going to take a couple more of the big ones, and you would do this until it's quite a long stem and then add it to your flowers. The next one we're going to do is the lily, which is the one I think you've all been waiting for, and when we do that we're then going to show you how to wire the bouquet together. So what I'm going to do now is put these other two onto there, bend them into shape, and then just wrap around. So we've got quite a few on there now. I'll just finish taping and then I'll show you it. But you would just carry that on, twisting the wire around, and then put them into a nice shape. Bend your wire so it's not totally straight. Twist it a little bit. And that is how you do your ivy. You would continue along there until you've got a nice stem and then join it to your flowers. That's quite simple, and that's it for now, so we'll do the lily next time.